Captain Marcus Reed stood alone in the middle of the alien vessel, surrounded by 7 tall, gray-skinned beings who studied him with what he assumed was curiosity. Their elongated heads tilted in unison as they circled him, mandibles clicking in what their translation devices rendered as laughter. "The human specimen appears frail," said the tallest alien, whom Marcus had mentally labeled as their leader. "No natural armor, no claws, no venom glands. Fascinating that such creatures managed space travel." Marcus remained silent. He had been separated from his crew when the exploratory mission went wrong. Their small research vessel had been captured by this previously unknown species while mapping the outer reaches of the Epsilon sector. The aliens had herded his crew into separate holding areas for what they called preliminary assessment. "Observe the soft skin," another alien said, reaching out with a 3-fingered hand. "Their species compensates with artificial coverings." Marcus wore the standard Earth Fleet uniform, dark blue jumpsuit, reinforced boots, and his utility belt. The aliens had confiscated his communicator, but had otherwise left him intact, seemingly more interested in observation than immediate harm. "The specimen should be processed for the biological archive," the leader declared. "Standard extraction procedures." 2 aliens moved toward Marcus, devices humming in their hands. The translator on their vests interpreted their chittering speech. "Minimal resistance expected. Security protocols unnecessary." Marcus took a deep breath. 20 years as an Earth Fleet Ranger had taught him that underestimation was often the only advantage he needed. "I would reconsider that assessment," he said calmly. The aliens paused, seemingly surprised that he would speak. Their translator devices buzzed as they processed his words. "The specimen believes it can resist," the leader said, mandibles spreading in what might have been amusement. "How entertaining." Marcus slowly moved his right hand toward his belt. The aliens watched, unalarmed by the motion. To them, it likely appeared as a nervous gesture from a frightened creature. "Last chance," Marcus offered. "Return me to my crew, and we can establish diplomatic relations instead." The leader made a dismissive gesture. "Diplomacy is for equals. Your species will make an interesting addition to our biological catalog." Marcus nodded. "I tried." His fingers found the first compartment on his belt. The standard-issue Earth Fleet utility belt was perhaps the most underestimated piece of human technology in the galaxy. Developed after centuries of space exploration and encounters with hostile species, it contained 27 specialized tools and weapons disguised as ordinary fasteners and pouches. In one fluid motion, Marcus pressed the 3rd notch on his belt buckle. A pulse of electromagnetic energy erupted outward, temporarily disabling the aliens' translation devices and communication systems. Their confused chittering filled the chamber as Marcus pressed the 5th compartment on his belt's left side. A fine mist deployed around him, creating a 3-meter defensive perimeter. The first alien to step through it froze in place, its nervous system temporarily paralyzed by the human-engineered compound. "What is happening?" the leader demanded, backing away. Marcus didn't bother responding. They couldn't understand him now anyway. He pressed another compartment, and a holographic interface appeared above his wrist. With practiced efficiency, he accessed the ship's systems through the emergency frequencies his belt's integrated AI had already identified. The aliens moved to surround him again, this time with weapons drawn. Marcus tapped another section of his belt, deploying a kinetic shield that deflected their energy pulses. "Human technology is classified as primitive," one alien said in confusion. "Apparently not," Marcus replied, though they couldn't understand him. He found the ship's environmental controls and adjusted the atmospheric composition, increasing the nitrogen levels just enough to make the aliens sluggish without affecting his own biology. As they slowed, he located his crew's biosignatures and unlocked the doors to their holding cells remotely. The leader lunged forward despite the altered atmosphere, its clawed hand slashing toward Marcus's throat. With remarkable speed for a frail human, Marcus sidestepped and pressed another compartment on his belt. A thin filament shot out, wrapping around the alien's legs and delivering a mild sedative through microscopic needles. As the leader collapsed, the remaining aliens backed away, now regarding Marcus with what might have been fear. Through the ship's communication system, Marcus heard his crew making their way toward him. Lieutenant James's voice came through clearly. Captain, we're free and heading to your position. The ship's systems are compromised. What did you do? Marcus smiled slightly. Just use my belt. When his crew arrived, they found Marcus standing calmly among the incapacitated aliens. Commander Wilson raised an eyebrow. They left you with your belt? Rookies. To be fair, Marcus said, most species we encounter make the same mistake once. Within an hour, they had secured the alien vessel and established a proper first contact protocol. When the leader regained consciousness, Marcus had the translation devices working again. How? The alien asked simply, looking at the human with new respect. Marcus tapped his belt. Humans evolved without natural weapons, so we learned to create them instead. This belt contains centuries of innovation designed to compensate for everything we lack biologically. The leader's mandibles clicked softly. We misjudged your species. A common error, Marcus replied. Humans appeared defenseless until we're not. It's kept us alive among the stars. As diplomatic discussions began, Marcus noticed the aliens kept a respectful distance from all humans, and particularly from their belts. Word spread quickly among their fleet about the deceptively dangerous humans and their seemingly ordinary equipment. By the time Marcus and his crew departed the system a week later, the first formal treaty between humans and the aliens had been established. The final clause, added at the aliens' insistence, specifically prohibited humans from approaching their representatives while wearing utility belts. Marcus found this tremendously amusing. As his ship set course for Earth, he reflected that throughout human history, it was often the smallest things that made the greatest difference. Whether it was a hidden knife, a concealed pistol, or in the modern age, a standard-issue utility belt that no alien had yet learned to take seriously until it was too late.